What's up, you guys? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new, hi, my name is Brandy. I am 21 years old and I will be going over a stock today. It is called Sundial Growers. The ticker for it is SNDL on the stock market. And I just kind of want to come on here and talk a little bit about this. I am very new to this stock and I don't know everything there is to know, but I've been doing quite a bit of research on it. So I wanted to share it with you guys and my opinions on what I think could happen in the future, and also what I think probably won't happen in the future, but what I wish would happen, and just what I'm going to do about this stock. I have some notes, just like I did for my last stock related video, that I'll be going off of, but currently I have it pulled up here, so let's look and see what it is at this exact moment. This is a penny stock, so it's really cheap. It's 79 cents right now. Today it is actually down 0.017, which is, well, now it just changed. So now it's down 0.016, which is 1.97%. It is still 0.79. I will also be inserting screenshots as I'm talking so you can see it, because I know you can't see this. But for the past 5 days, it has actually gone up 164%. It has raised 0.49 cents, which is a lot in 5 days. And I will go over why that is. And then for the month, it is up 317%. It went up 0.6 cents. So it was really low. Within the past year, I believe it was all the way down to the lowest it's been is 14 cents. The highest it has been is $3.88. And now we're back to 79 cents. So it obviously took a huge loss within this past year. And I'm just going to be discussing it. I recently just found out about this stock. My boyfriend was doing research. He found it. He showed it to me. And he kind of hyped it up a little bit, and I bought some. So of this stock, I currently only have 1,564 shares. That is a market value of $1,247. I got it at 0.4828, and now it's at 0.7985 if you want to be exact. So I've made about 500 bucks. Not a lot, but not bad, honestly. I was happy I made something with this stock. Let me just tell you a little bit about it and what's been going on with it and why it is even going up a little bit right now. The reason this is happening, in my opinion, and pretty much everyone else's, is that the House of Representatives are voting on the MORE Act, which means Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act. So this act would help to expunge convictions that have to do with cannabis, like people that are already, I guess, in trouble with the law and stuff that has to do with cannabis. So that would be a really nice thing, I think, because I think it's wrong for people to be locked up for stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. So it'd be cool if this would pass, but it's very unlikely that this will pass just because it has to go through the House of Representatives, and it'll just be harder to pass the Senate. Like, even if it does pass the House of Representatives, it has to go to the Senate, which I believe is Republican, and I don't think he wants to pass it. So it's just very unlikely that that will even happen. I really hope it would happen, but I do know there are also downsides to it happening. I think they want to put on even more taxes on it, I believe. Also, take all this with a grain of salt. I am not an expert at all. I already have written that in the beginning of the video because I always forget to say it, but I'm not an expert. This is just my opinions. This is not advice. This is just my opinions and educational purposes only, entertainment purposes only. It would just be really hard to pass. But I believe that right now everyone is hearing about this, and so people really think that it could pass, and they just want to dive into the stock just in case it does pass. I believe the problem with that is, though, that this stock doesn't really have any good history. I've been doing a bunch of research. As I'm talking, I'll be inserting clips of it and just things I've seen in articles. But with their money, they're just really struggling. I read something that was talking about how it really only has enough money to last 2 to 3 more quarters, and it's just really not doing good in the industry of cannabis. They're just one of the not so great companies. They're also a Canadian company, but they're just not really doing very well from what I am understanding from what I'm reading. But the stock actually did hit a really high volume the other day. I think yesterday it hit 769 million volume, which means that's how much shares are those are the amount of shares that are being bought and traded and stuff for the day. I think, I could be wrong, I'm not sure if the volume changes every day. I think it does, because I've been noticing it does. So like I said, I'm kind of new at this, pretty sure it changes daily. Let me know down below, but I think it got all the way up to 2 billion. I know it hit 1 billion volume, so that was good for it, but it is super cheap. So you have to keep that in mind as well, that it's just easier to have more shares of it. And the stock might also be trading higher because there may be rumors that it could be bought out by another cannabis company. That is all speculation. So don't believe that that's going to happen. That's just speculation, because if they can't really make it through, I feel like that's probably one of their only options, or going bankrupt. So I don't know. Maybe if they are bought by another company, maybe the stock will go up. I'm not really sure how that works as well. I don't know if when it's bought by another company, does that stock go away, or is it just combined? I'm not sure. So if it's not, that could make the stock go up quite a bit, but who knows if that will ever happen. I have no idea. It's just stuff I've been seeing. If the MORE Act somehow does pass, I would think the stock would continue to go up just because of the hype and stuff about the act. That is why I think the stock has been rising like it has for the past few days. And so I think it would continue to rise. I just don't know if it will pass, and it's a struggle. Who knows? We don't know. You never know what will happen. So it's just, I don't know. It just seems really hard with how it's set up and stuff. It's just very unlikely to pass, but maybe it will. I don't know, but we'll see. So now I'm going to tell you what I'm planning on doing, because like I said, I have some of these stocks. I don't have a whole lot. It's not a huge chunk of my portfolio at all. And so here's what I plan on doing. I actually wrote a lot about what I'm doing and why I'm skeptical. Like I said, it doesn't have a great financial history, so that really made me skeptical. They really aren't making anything. They are losing a ton of money. They are just spending a lot. I'm seeing. So I don't know. That's why I'm really skeptical, because I don't know how their future is going to go when it comes to their finances, and if they're even going to be able to survive in the cannabis industry. I have no idea. So it's just a little scary. And I notice that the stock every now and then, it shoots up and then shoots down, and it does it every now and then. So I think it could be good for short-term investors, which I think is what I'm doing with this stock. It's going to be a quick sell for me. I'm not keeping it for very long, most likely. So I think it's good for people that aren't long-term. But like I said, I have no idea what's going to happen. So, it could go back up to $3 or $4, and that would be great. If you have a lot of shares, you do really well. And also, I was reading that their growth trends are improving, but it's really not enough to make their cash flows positive anytime in the future. So it's good, but it's not great. So they're also really not doing anything any different than anyone else. I just said the word any so much, but they're really not doing anything different than other companies. They're selling cannabis stuff. Other companies are doing that. So they're not really putting themselves ahead of other companies, if that makes sense. They're not doing anything really different from what I can see. So just seems almost this is more of a gamble, honestly. It's a huge gamble. I don't have faith in it, honestly, at all. So I don't know. It's really a gamble. If you like taking gambles, go for it. I don't. I hate gambling. I like gambling, but not with the stock market, because it's my hard-earned money. So I know all of it's a gamble, but some stocks I have a lot of faith in. This one I don't. So if you like to gamble and you believe it will do well, I say go for it, buy some, because it could easily go up. It's so cheap. Right now it went up a little bit. So it's at 0.80 now instead of 0.79. It didn't go up much, but it went up a little bit. So, I don't know. You do you when it comes to the gamble. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell most of my shares. I might keep about 400 shares just because it's so cheap, and sell the rest because I made a little bit of a profit. And so just in case it does do something that I'm not expecting, I at least have a few shares. So if somehow maybe it gets bought, like I said, or maybe, I don't know what could happen, but maybe if somehow it just goes crazy and gets to $10 a share, that'd be great. I'd be sad that I didn't keep more money in it, but I'd rather be safe than sorry when it comes to this stock, just because I just don't know. I really don't know what to do. So I'm going to play it more safe, sell it while I'm up. I usually don't do that. As you can probably tell from my Robinhood portfolio video where I talked about it, I don't usually do that. I usually just hold it, but when I don't see a clear future at all, or a bright future, that is when I'm going to sell. And I don't consider it panic selling. I consider it, selling because I just don't see a good future for it. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with the stock. I just suggest that you be very careful with it and just be smart with your money. don't mess with money that you can't afford to lose. So don't put money in that you cannot afford to lose or be really angry with yourself with. So just make sure you're always in a good financial place. Make sure you have backups and savings, and make sure you're diversified in your stocks. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. I do hope this stock proves me wrong and does really good. Obviously that'd be great. Like if it went to like $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, that'd be great. I hope it proves me wrong. I will kick myself in the butt, but we will see what happens. I have no idea. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Like I said, I am not an expert, so take this with a grain of salt, and please don't be too judgmental in the comments, because I'm just getting into these type of videos and I'm learning. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you feel like you learned anything or just enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you have not already and you want to see more content. I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!